2.4 million bacteria are talking to each other inside you, right now, using a secret language called quorum sensing. This complex process starts with a single molecule, and it's not what you think. You might expect it to be some kind of exotic chemical, but it's actually a simple molecule like autoinducer, too. For example, in the human gut, bacteria like Escherichia coli use quorum sensing to regulate their behavior, with around 100,000 molecules triggering a response. But here's the surprising part: did you know that some bacteria can even hijack this system to communicate with other species, like fungi? It's like a microbial internet. They're discussing how to infect you, or not, and it's a delicate balance. In the case of the bacterium Pseudomonas aeruginosa, quorum sensing allows it to switch from a harmless commensal to a deadly pathogen, producing toxins that can kill. You won't believe what they're saying, but it's all about cooperation and competition. As you watch this, trillions of these microbial conversations are happening inside and around you, shaping your health and well-being in ways you never thought possible. Here's what nobody tells you about quorum sensing. It's like a game of telephone. But with molecules. Bacteria release signals, and other bacteria receive them, responding in kind. This simple concept has huge implications. You're part of this conversation, whether you like it or not. Think about it, your body is an ecosystem with trillions of players. For instance, in your gut, there are over 100 trillion microorganisms, all communicating with each other through quorum sensing. The human microbiome is a complex network, with bacteria like E. coli and lactobacillus working together. Surprisingly, research has shown that quorum sensing can even influence our behavior, with certain bacteria producing molecules that affect our mood and cognitive function. Take the example of the bacterium Mycobacterium vaccae, which has been found to have a positive impact on mental health, with studies showing that it can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression in patients. You're not just a passive host, you're an active participant in this microbial dialogue. As you go about your day, your body is constantly sending and receiving signals, shaping the balance of power in your internal ecosystem. It's a fascinating, and somewhat unsettling, thought. Meet Lucy and Lux R, the dynamic duo of quorum sensing. They're like two old friends, working together seamlessly. Lucy produces the signal, a molecule called autoinducer, which is then received by Lux R. It's a beautiful process with a simple goal: to control gene expression. And infect you. Or not. You're at the mercy of these molecules. But you can fight back. With the right tools. For instance, researchers have used a compound called furanone to inhibit Lux R in the bacterium Pseudomonas aeruginosa, reducing its ability to form biofilms by up to 90%. That's a significant reduction. You might be surprised to learn that quorum sensing also plays a role in the development of certain types of cancer, with some tumors using similar signaling mechanisms to coordinate their growth. It's a complex process. But understanding it can lead to new treatments. Like the work being done by Dr. Bonnie Bassler, a leading expert in quorum sensing. She's made some groundbreaking discoveries. And you can bet that her work will have a significant impact on our understanding of these molecules. So, what are the tools you can use to fight back? Stay tuned. Most doctors get this wrong. They think quorum sensing is just about bacteria. But it's not. It's about you. Your body is a complex ecosystem, like a city with billions of inhabitants, all interacting and influencing each other. For instance, did you know that the human gut microbiome contains over 100 trillion microorganisms, with some studies suggesting that for every one human cell, there are approximately 10 microbial cells? That's a staggering ratio. Quorum sensing is like a game of chess, with many moves and countermoves. You need to understand the rules to win the game. But here's the surprising part: quorum sensing isn't just limited to bacteria, it also occurs in fungi and even plants. Take the example of the fungus Candida albicans, which uses quorum sensing to switch from a harmless yeast form to a dangerous invasive form, causing disease in humans. You see, it's all about communication and coordination. When different species in your body communicate effectively, you stay healthy. But when they don't, disease can set in. So, it's crucial to grasp the intricacies of quorum sensing to maintain balance in your ecosystem. In 1953, two scientists made a bet that changed everything. They discovered the first antibiotic, and it worked like a charm. But now, we have a problem: antibiotic resistance. It's a growing concern that's affecting millions of people worldwide. For instance, the World Health Organization reports that antibiotic-resistant infections claim over 700,000 lives each year. Quorum sensing is at the heart of this issue. Bacteria are talking to each other, sharing secrets, and coordinating their attacks. It's like they have their own secret language. But here's the surprising part: did you know that bacteria can even steal genes from other microorganisms to become resistant to antibiotics? It's a clever trick that's making our job much harder. You might be wondering, how can we stop them? The answer is simple, yet ingenious. By understanding how quorum sensing works, we can develop new strategies to disrupt bacterial communication. It's a challenging task, but scientists are making progress. You'll be surprised at how a small molecule can make a big difference in the fight against antibiotic resistance. The key is to stay one step ahead of these clever bacteria. You've been lied to. Quorum sensing is not just about bacteria, it's about your body and how you respond to it. You have the power to control quorum sensing with the right tools and knowledge. For instance, did you know that certain bacteria in your gut can influence your mood and behavior? Research has shown that people with depression have different gut bacteria than those without. Take the case of psychobiotics, like Bifidobacterium and Lactobacillus, which have been shown to produce neurotransmitters that can actually improve your mood. A study published in the journal Nature found that 64% of patients with irritable bowel syndrome who took a probiotic supplement experienced significant improvement in their symptoms. Surprisingly, quorum sensing also occurs in plants, with some species using it to warn each other of potential threats. Don't believe the myths, believe the science. What is the biggest myth about quorum sensing? You'll be surprised. It's not just about bacteria communicating with each other, but also about how they interact with their environment and other organisms. By understanding quorum sensing, you can take control of your health and well-being. You have the power to shape your own microbiome. This is happening in your body right now. Quorum sensing is not just about infections, it's about your overall health and well-being. You're part of a complex ecosystem, with trillions of microorganisms living inside and around you. For example, the human gut microbiome is home to over 1,000 different species of bacteria, with some studies suggesting that the average person has around 39 trillion microorganisms in their body. Quorum sensing is just one part of this ecosystem, but a crucial one. It's the way these microorganisms communicate with each other, influencing your digestion, immune system, and even your mood. You need to understand the twist to take control. What is the twist? You'll be surprised to know that quorum sensing can even influence your behavior, with some research suggesting that certain bacteria can produce chemicals that affect your brain function. It's a two-way street: your body influences the microbiome, and the microbiome influences you. The surprising fact is that some bacteria can even produce neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which can impact your mood and cognitive function. You're not just a host, you're an active participant in this ecosystem. You'll repeat this to someone tomorrow, and it's crucial they understand the impact. Quorum sensing is not just about bacteria, it's about you and your body, intricately connected in a delicate balance. For instance, did you know that in your gut, there are over 100 trillion microorganisms, vastly outnumbering your human cells? You have the power to control this microbial universe with the right tools and knowledge. Consider the case of fecal microbiota transplantation, where a patient's gut microbiome is intentionally altered to combat conditions like Clostridioides difficile, with success rates as high as 90% in some studies. But here's the surprising fact: our bodies can actually produce antimicrobial peptides that help regulate bacterial quorum sensing. It's a natural defense mechanism that can be bolstered by lifestyle choices, such as diet and exercise. So, the question remains: are you ready to take control of your microbial ecosystem, or will you let bacteria dictate your health? The choices you make every day, from what you eat to how you manage stress, can significantly influence this complex relationship. By taking charge, you can harness the power of quorum sensing to improve your well-being.